a week.
$10 a week.
To work on the farm, yeah. One day we was putting up silage, we had this old, you know how that you go out and load silage on the wagon?
Yeah.
The corn on the wagon, come in, put in that silage cutter, and then they'd blow it up in the silage. You'd start it up, blow it up in the silage, set your tractor up. My neighbor come over one day, he worked KU. He said, would you want to work for KU part-time this summer? And I said, yeah, I'll work for you. Daddy said, yeah, go on. So I went up there, he said, next day he said, come up there, you need to go to the doctor, I'd just come out of the Army. Said, you need to go to the doctor and get your, let him prove that you're okay.
Yeah.
Old Dr. Walls, I walked up there and he just filled out some papers and said, okay. Took them down there and they said, come in tomorrow.
How old were you then?
I was probably 21 or 2 then.
Wow.
I went to work at KU, then 2 summers I worked there, and the third time they called me, the second time, they come after me the second time work part-time. That old manager come to me and said, you want to work full-time? I said, yeah, I work full-time. He said, you have to move. I said, where to? He said, Lebanon. I said, okay. But I moved to Lebanon. That's when Judy and all of them, Ray was born in Lebanon.
Okay.
My youngest son. He was born in Lebanon, so we worked there a couple of years, and then they said they bought some property down around Russell Springs and all through there. Said y'all got to move to Campbellsville. So they moved us all to Campbellsville. I moved on an old farm outside there, farmhouse, before you got into Campbellsville.
Where was Judy born at?
She's born out in Irving, out there on
Winchester Road.
Bogertown, North Irving.
Winchester Road.
Yeah.
On a hill.
I was out, me and Lee's sister's husband was out trying to find a job. We went all the way to Laxton, and they were putting in trying to get a job. And that's when Judy was born. We was out hunting for a job.
Was you born in the hospital or?
No, she's born at home.
She's born at home?
Yeah. She's born at home. Brenda Linda's in the hospital. And Ray. Judy's born at home.
Maybe she came quick.
I hope so, for my sake.
Yeah, I was born at home too.
Yeah, that's when you couldn't find no jobs. No work.
So that wasn't before KU or?
No, I was
No.
just on a job. I was working in the logs. I'd go out logging with crosscut saw. Some guy was cutting logs. Me and this other boy, we went out there and got a job sawing logs. We done everything for $1 back then.
We get all them soldiers coming back home.
Yeah,
and all
and there
that
wasn't no
stuff.
jobs.
Yeah.
Wasn't no jobs.
They wasn't much in the state of Kentucky, period, back then.
No, that's the reason everybody went to OI,
Yeah.
up there to get a job.
Still wasn't nothing on up in the 60s. And
I
all.
remember when Huey left to go to OI, he was in an A-model Ford. He had that old A-model Ford, and he left out of Irving going to OI to get a job. His wife had some people up there, and they went up there and got an old house out in the farm there, and they lived in that little old house till he found a job.